Hello, welcome. This is going to be the last one of this self-care challenge. Thank you for still being around, having done this with me. I am still on my holiday. This is the first time in 3 years I've been traveling. I got a little bit of a flu. That's why you haven't heard of me. I'm still hanging out on the beach and on the pool, but taking it very easy. So the last task was about self-care for your mental well-being, and most of all, like what to do on bad days. So what are you doing? Maybe you have looked already on that sheet which I have posted a few days ago, and I just wanted to quickly talk about what my point, my take on this is. So if you feel overwhelmed, lost or anxious, ask yourself the 3 questions to instantly calm your emotions and take actions where needed. So the first thing is like when you get irritated, when you get into a mood, maybe, let's say it like this, it's a mood which you don't really appreciate about yourself. So which can be really overwhelm, anger, like just frustration. And it's also actually good to define how you feel. So that's why the first question is, how do you feel in this moment? How do you find this feeling? How you define this feeling? So for example, I just put some examples on how I could feel on a certain situation, which I can easily get irritated. And it's good to know that, okay, this is irritation. It's okay to, acknowledge that. The other thing is like maybe you feel lost. In this moment, I feel really lost. That's why I'm becoming like that. Another thing is maybe we're just scared. Something scares us. That's why we start to feel this way. And so the point is really to define why we're feeling this way. And then we can also much easier, it's not just this overwhelmed thing like, because overwhelmed feels like the whole world is coming down on you. But if you define it a little bit more precisely, maybe it's not that bad actually in the end. So that's how I see it. So number 2 is, what do I need right now? So what it is when you have defined your emotion, what's going on with you, what could you do? So what I do is like, I'm just stopping for the moment and breathe, like asking myself, why do I feel this way? So for me, the breathing helps. Some of these examples here is entertainment. Maybe start to watch a movie to get your mind somewhere else. Relaxation, eat something. It should not be frustration eating, but it could be helpful to just put your mind somewhere else, think about something else. And then what specific actions can I do to make me feel better right now? And that is something, for example, what I do first when I get into this situation, I think about what can I learn from this situation? What is this situation telling me? What do I have to, what is good in this? That's the question. What is good in this? So that's for me maybe the most important things to see, like what can I actually do next in order to not stay within that emotion. So one of the examples here on this was like ordering sushi, I don't know, go shopping, meditate, staying away from the phone. I mean, meditation is definitely something which I would do. I would go for a walk. I would change the scenery, it's just going away from that, because when you're in that same spot where you just got irritated, frustrated or whatever, and you stay within it, it's the energy is still in the room somehow. But as soon as you're going to go away, and then suddenly something changes. You also know that time changes certain energies as well, but often in that moment you maybe you want to get rid of that in the moment, and changing the scenery is a really good idea. Well, I would do a yoga practice as well, to get my mind off that thing. I also feel what helps is just talk to somebody you love, talk to somebody you care or who cares for you, and then expressing again that what is going on. So it's not about like burying yourself within that, I'm having a bad day, but really also letting other people be part of it. And I know how it is when you don't feel good, that you don't want to be necessarily helped. So it's not so that you ask for help when you talk to somebody, but it's more you need somebody to listen, and that's fine. And also we have often that tendency, so if it's the other way around, if somebody needs me to talk to the person, and I have this tendency to want to help them, in the end it's not always about the helping and giving them good advice, but more about just being there and listening. So this could be your self-care for your mental well-being on your bad days. And I think it's a very, very important one, because these situations come up all the time, every now and again. And in the end, it's not about that you're pretending these bad days are not happening and you want to try to suppress them and let's just feel good all the time. It's not at all about that. It's really about that we are also recognizing that this is going on, but we're not going to stay lingering in that feeling, because this is how our world has become very much. People fall into a depression, and it's very, very hard to get out because you think this is your new reality. So the point of this self-care is really to change your reality, to change by being aware what is going on with you. I think that's a very, very helpful way, at least it has been for me, to deal with the life situations, to deal with the world, to deal with all that stuff which is going on around us. So I hope this has been helpful. Do that formula, that question formula, going through them, making those points, because it makes you understand and realize things maybe which you would have not thought about before. Good. So now I'm wishing you a wonderful day, and I hope you're staying active in the group. Feel free to share what your insights are, and let's all together create a really, really good place, a really good mental place, where we can grow as a human, where we can grow spiritually as well, with all these wonderful tools. So namaste, and see you soon.